right, welcome back to the Talk of the Town podcast. I'm your host, Chillz, and we are live here in our Regal Suites in Studio podcast studio. And this week, listen, I'm going to tell you, have an amazing guest today. I've been waiting to get you on. You are my first official guest for the Talk of the Town podcast. The creator and founder of ThickCon 2025, going down Saturday, September 13th at the Columbia County Exhibition Center. My girl, Miss Kim Beasley.
Hey, Chillz.
Welcome to the pod. I appreciate
Thank
you.
I'm your first guest.
Yes,
I feel
yes,
so
you are.
honored.
You know what?
I feel like I should have brought something like a cake or some wine or something. I feel like I should have brought something.
Round two. We definitely need that. We need that energy.
Definitely.
So, I saw you a couple months back, and when I saw what you were doing, I'm like, yo, that's amazing. You have to be one of the first guests on the pod. And it just so happens you are the first guest on the pod.
Yes.
So, welcome. Now, listen, I know you told me a little bit, when I ran into you a few months ago about ThickCon, but just give me a brief overview. What is ThickCon? I mean, I love the name, Thick, the Thick.
Yes. ThickCon is just Thick Conference. It's for full-figured, plus-size, curvy ladies and gentlemen that would like to attend. It's just a conference, body-positive conference. Have fashion shows, food, fashion, vendors, and it's just going to be a great day. Panels, it's going to be a great day.
Also, is this like an all-day thing?
It is all day. The schedule is packed.
Really?
Yes, the schedule is absolutely packed. We have 2 panels, 4 performances, 2 panels, 4 performances, and 5 or 6 designers that'll be showcasing all in one day.
Wow. Listen, we're going to get into the details a little later,
Got
okay?
to.
But, I mean, you've been focusing on curvy, full-figure women's clothing for a while, ever since I've known you.
About 13 years.
Right. So what started your interest in targeting that demographic?
Oh, man. Once I retired from the military and I was in my 19th year.
Okay.
And 19th year, if anybody in the military, 19th year is you're happy because you're like, yeah, I'm getting ready to transition. But then you're like, whoa, I'm in a transition.
Right.
So what am I going to do? What do I want to do? What am I going to do? And I decided I wasn't working for anybody else. I was like, I took too many orders. And little did I know in business, you still work for somebody else.
That's
At
right.
the time,
Absolutely.
when I said I didn't want to work for anybody else, I meant that. I didn't want to work for myself and control my own destiny. And so I just started looking around Augusta. I was looking around the CSRA where the gaps were, what was not happening here. And plus size fashion was not happening here. And so we had big box businesses. We had maybe 2 at the time. And I was like, oh, well, I can fill that. I know where I can plug in at. And I just decided to jump into the plus size industry. I did my research, saw the industry, at the time, what the industry brought, looked at demographics for the area. And I said, oh, there's definitely a need. And so I just developed Curvitude, which is give your curves attitude, curves with attitude. And so I developed that, and we opened. I started out of my home, and then I moved into a small space on Broad Street, and then we've been rolling ever since.
Wow. Now, what was that gap or that niche that you identified? Was it that there was not clothing for full-figure women, or was it they just don't have like drip, like
it was no drip. It was big box business. I don't want to call any names out, but some of the clothes was not conducive, or they were not screaming out to a younger demographic, or they weren't for like the contemporary woman. And that plus size women, they want to wear nice clothes too. Right. And so it just took a little research and finding a place to go and where to get the clothes from. It wasn't that hard.
Wow. So I know one of the shirts that stick out to me the most. And I thank you so much for hooking me up with those shirts. Thick Thighs Matter?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yes. Thick Thighs Matter.
I love that shirt.
So are those slogans and phrases already out, or is that something that you created?
I literally created Thick Thighs Matter. I created that sitting around with my sister Shonda in the boutique, and it was around the Black Lives Matter movement.
Right.
And, we was making our jokes. We was joking. I was like, thick thighs matter too. I don't know why we can't get this and this and that. And we looked at each other, and I said, oh, that's a shirt. And so I did a draft of it. I sent it over. I sent it over to Mod Inc. Mod Inc. created the first mock-up of that T-shirt for me. I think
Really?
they're still on Broad Street. But they created the mock-up, and then from that point on, it just went. It just when I put it in the store, people was like, "Oh, I gotta have that. I gotta have it."
Yes.
And so once I took it out of Augusta, took it to other places, people were just like, "Oh, I love that shirt," and I wear it in the airport. I went to Jamaica and had the shirt on with a pair of sweats or something. I forgot I had it on,
Right.
and most of the time I'll forget. I just throw it on. People like they do.
Right, they do.
Yes,
you have to look around like, that.
right.
Okay, yeah.
I forget. I was in Jamaica and they would, you know how they welcome you and welcome to Jamaica.
Right.
They was like, all right. I was like, what you all right me for? And it was like, they was like, yeah, shut. I was like, oh, yes, they do. Go to the website.
Right, exactly. So that's been probably one of your best sellers?
I would think, yeah, one of my most consistent sellers.
Gotcha.
It's definitely one of my consistent sellers because when I was in the boutique business, I didn't sell repeats.
Right,
So one or two of each size, and when it was gone, I didn't bring it back. So Thick Thighs Matter was definitely a consistent seller.
Yeah,
over
absolutely.
The years, yes.
Now, in your angle to get into the market, was it more like, of course, like the bolder messages? Was it kind of like more the bolder colors, the designs that they might not have been able to find other places? Was that kind of like your angle for curvitude?
My initial angle was going for designers, plus size designers. And then after that, I started going into wholesale and manufacturers, finding the wholesalers and manufacturers that create the clothes, and then talking to them, and then just going to shop with them, and then pulling the clothes in from there. I would be in New York, I'd be in LA, be in Miami, just looking and trying to find what I think would work well for the women here in Augusta. Because there's a lot of stuff out there, but some things are just for Detroit, or some things are just for LA-ish or something.
Yeah.
But you're trying to find what works here in the CSRA for these ladies. Our summers are longer. We didn't even, big mistake I made in year 2 is I decided to do winter clothes.
What is that? Okay. What's winter? Okay.
I learned that year because I took a major loss. I don't know what made I was gonna think we was gonna have corduroy skirts. I don't know, and sweaters. But I'm a Jersey girl, so that's what.
You're like, oh, this is cute.
Right. I was shopping for me. I wasn't shopping for her, and her is who my customer is. Her.
Right.
I was like, I like this. I would wear this. I'm gonna buy about 30 of them.
Right.
And I mean, the store was so empty that winter. And it was like the hottest winter ever. I swear, we didn't catch a piece of, we didn't catch no cold until January or something. Like even December, we was on the grill. I was like, what in the world?
Be like, come on, get cold, get cold.
It got nothing. I swear, I think I donated them clothes. It was just a major mess. And I learned a lot from there.
So I know we know a lot about the, women designers and some of the higher end.
Yeah.
But what about like for the plus size industry? Who are some of those designers that people should be on the lookout for? Because I don't think that we hear a lot about those designers for.
It all depends on what it is that you're trying to go for. My mind escapes me on the list right now. Oh God, it's not a designer, but definitely ASOS. You have, I don't know, Christian Siriano. He does a lot of plus size clothes in his line. Now you're talking when you talk top tier.
Right.
I think we started talking about those type of designers. I know Christian Siriano is consistent with his line. Jabri is another designer. I believe she's out of Atlanta. Golly, there's so many.
Yeah.
My mind is going blank thinking about them. God.
But there are some well-known.
There's a lot of well-known designers that are here. You had one that she was doing designer denim out of Atlanta. Her name of her company was West McCoy. She did plus size designer denim out of Atlanta. There's a lot of them, but see, the thing is that when you have an industry that as quick as you create it, someone's taking it.
Yeah.
It causes a challenge for the designer who put their time and hard work and their effort into what their craft. And then you have your fast fashion people that come along with their designers that are looking. Their pattern makers. Oh, I can make that for $29.99.
Right.
So what these $100 pants, $100 jeans, or $150 pair of jeans that really do hug your curves and really do help you, but they'll get them for $29.99 from somewhere else. It kind of robs the designer.
Wow.
It really
that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So there are some pretty well known. And I guess I ask because a lot of times when you see, plus size clothes for women, it's like the bland colors, like the blacks and the grays and the tans, and it's like not a lot of pop to the clothes in their sizes.
No, I mean, you even have one plus size retailer. She's in North Carolina. She has the largest plus size. She does 30,000 square feet of retail space for plus size, dedicated to plus size
Really?
women. It is huge. Her name is Summer Lucille, and her business is amazing. And she really took a leap of faith and stepped out and just has this huge space in the mall.
Wow.
It's huge. It's out there. It's amazing. We have amazing people here local, and we have people like nationwide that are really, really doing it. Even if they are not designers, we have retailers that are really Amiri out of Houston, Chicken Curvy out of LA, Accentuate Me Boutique here in Augusta. They're still rocking for the big girls, and they're doing an amazing job of it. And it's very hard when you're battling with your Amazons and your Sheins and all these other fast fashion companies that where you buy it, what you probably buy it at for wholesale, they're selling it at retail. That is so hard to beat because you have to put your mark on it so that you can make a profit. You got to pay rent. You got to pay all these other things.
Absolutely.
But you have a lot of these businesses that are still up and they're running and doing a great job. But there is a challenge.
So you've been doing this for some years now. What type of feedback have you received from women who might not have known where to go for clothing, or maybe had a hard time, finding things for them? What type of feedback have you got?
A lot of them are going to the influencers.
Really? Okay.
A lot of Samara, she's a plus size influencer. She's out of New Orleans. She's educated through Harvard. She's amazing. So what she does, she goes into these big box businesses and she looks for the plus size clothes. And then she tries them on. She sees if they fit right or don't fit right. She makes a whole song out of it. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, she does. She goes in, and that's what we need. We need influencers that are going to tell the truth. Everything doesn't fit everybody's shape correctly, but you have a lot of plus size influencers out here that are doing a really great job of showing you how to wear things. And you have the Curvy Fashionista, which is a publication dedicated to plus size women. There's a lot of it out here. It's just that you have to look and dig and see.
Well, I'm gonna tell you where people won't have to go too far to look.
Oh, no,
okay,
that's right.
And that's ThickCon 2025.
There you go.
So, I mean, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Who should attend this event?
Whoever wants to attend. It is a body positive event. It is geared towards, my demographics is plus size, so it is geared towards that. But we have some great designers that Certified CEO is not just plus.
Right.
So he's going to be on the runway. So you should all attend and just have a great time. The panels are going to be great. Don't crash out. It's not about being plus size. It's just about don't crash out.
Okay.
It's just about mental health and stuff like that. So we have a lot in there for everybody.
Okay.
But it's going to be a great day. And I'm just too excited about it. This is my first event. It's a big one. It's a big project. I've worked probably about 10 months on my own about this project.
Wow.
So I'm ready.
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 So there's going to be a lot of education, right? Maybe those who don't know where to go to find, a clothing.
Yes, the designers will be able to. They'll have an opportunity to talk to the designers.
Really?
We're going to have it to where the designers are not just going to, and that's why I wanted to do ThickCon and make it different. So you usually go to these shows and they just run them.
Right.
You don't know who that was. Mm-hmm. They go out, the designer go out real quick, thank you. And then they back behind the shadows and they're gone. That's not what we're doing with ThickCon. I really want my designers to get the shine that they deserve. You'll be able to talk to them. We'll be interviewing them after their segments. I didn't want the segments to run back to back like that, because at a certain time you just get blinded by it. You don't even know who you're looking at.
Right.
You don't know who that was because you've seen so many. I didn't want it to be a lot of designers. I wanted to put space in between That's why I have Phase 360. They're going to do about 3 segments.
Okay.
They're performing 3 segments alone, 3 45-minute segments. So
Okay.
it's going to be a day. We have DJs. We have them performing. We have the panels. We have Miss Black America Georgia that's going to be there. She's going to be sitting on a panel, and then meet and greets. We have Livy Ray Lingerie out of Atlanta. Now, she's been doing lingerie for plus-size women probably about 20 years. And she does custom. She's really good at what she does. And she even was on TV a couple of years back on 90 Day Fiancé.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people knew her from that. I didn't know her from 90 Day Fiancé. I knew her from the lingerie, but they was like, that's Molly. I said, okay, yeah, that's Molly.
Right, yeah.
They was like, no, that's Molly.
That's Molly.
And I was like, yeah, that's Molly. You
Right.
come on out and come see Molly, because she's going to be there, and she's an awesome person, a good person to know.
Wow. Okay, so they'll be able to talk to the designers.
Talk to the designers.
Entertainment, Phase 360.
Phase 360.
You have the model runway.
Oh, yeah, we have a very nice stretch of the runway. Their models are going to be walking.
Okay. Of course, vendors.
Yes, we have, right now, we're up to 30 vendors.
Really?
Yes.
So if you're looking, is it too late for somebody to become a vendor?
No, I got the whole building.
Okay, so.
I got the whole expo center.
Uh-oh.
I got the whole place.
All right, big time.
We'll find a way. We'll put you somewhere.
All right, big time.
Well, listen, it was a great opportunity to pair to pair and work with the Columbia County Expo Center. And that space is amazing.
It is.
It's an amazing space, and they have a lot to do. We have a VIP wellness area. We're just doing a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yes, we have Crazy Cakes. Danielle from Crazy Cakes, she's going to be catering.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a great time.
An all-day event.
It is from 11 till 7. 11 to 7, yeah. 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all day.
And what are you hoping to get out of this event? What does a successful event mean to you?
A successful event for me would be my vendors are happy, my designers are happy, and the people that come are happy.
Absolutely.
I'm happy now because this is something that I thought I'd never be able to do. So I'm happy that I'm in the throes of it and it's flowing. But in order to have a good show, you got to have the designers. They got to be happy.
Right.
They got to get their content that we're going to have. We have a videographer and photographers that's going to be there to get their content. My vendors have to be happy.
Right.
Because they have to know that they've made something, made some money off of what and got some notoriety from being out there all day like that. And then my customers that are paying to come, I want you to be happy because I want you to come back next year. And I want you to be like, next year is going to be someplace else. But
so you're going to move it around?
I am moving this thing around. I learned from Dorian.
Okay, absolutely. Big shout out to Dorian.
Shout out to Dorian, boy. That man's a beast.
Oh, yeah. Stay working. Stay up to something.
Now, I told him, I don't know if I think I sent him a message. I said, out of all the things that you've done, Ratchet Bingo is the thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I said, of all the things that you've done, Dorian, Ratchet Bingo, I said, amazing. And,
people love Ratchet.
They do. I was like, okay, Dorian.
Right.
And I'm happy for him because I was like, look.
Them things is packed out.
Stay packed. And I said, oh, he takes his show on the road. Well, I will, and at this ThickCon, I will announce, at the end of this one, I will announce where it be next year, the year in 2026.
Oh, look at you being worldwide out here. I love it.
I
love it. Now, for the good folks here in Augusta, where can they go to find tickets to the first one?
They can go to www.thickcon.com and get their tickets. I wasn't going to put the code out. Now, there was a code that was on another show that I was on. Okay. And he had a code. And so I've kept that code active.
All right. You going to let us in on the code, Kim? Come on. You on Talking to Town. We talking about you. We talking about you now.
The code is ThickCon15.
ThickCon15.
Yes, the code is ThickCon15. You put that in and you'll get 15% off your merch, 15% off your tickets, 15% off. Now, VIP is $100. You get 15% off of that. The ticket is $25. General admission is $25. And you get 15% off of that. So,
Now, Chillz love a good deal, right?
Come on
I love
now.
me a good deal.
Listen.
Say it one more time so I can make sure I remember it.
ThickCon15.
ThickCon15.
Now, you want that VIP ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you get the open bar and you get the food, open bar and open food, and massage.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, y'all doing it like that,
And
huh?
we're doing it like that. We are.
I love it.
And I only have it open to a certain amount of people because I don't want to flood VIP
Right.
out. I want everybody to have a great experience. So it's only a certain amount of people.
Listen, Kim, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Bringing something different to the city. And this goes out to all the people that say, it's nothing to do in Augusta, same old thing. But when you have stuff like this,
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
why not go spend a day, especially even if you're not, plus size woman, but you're gonna have some stuff for plus size men as well.
Yeah, the men can show up. You got certain. Oh, let me tell you who's on. Let me go
Come
ahead
on,
and tell
talk
you
to
who
me.
is going to be on the runway this year. You got to start off with Bobby.
Okay.
Bobby certified CEO. So he's coming with his bags now. Them bags are nice.
Yes, they are.
Now listen, I think Bobby forgot that he gave me a bag to use as a demo for another situation.
You still got
I
it?
still got that bag. He gonna have to come see me.
Right.
He gonna say this time, this day, and location.
Right.
Bring my bag back. That
You ain't
bag,
gonna remind him, right?
I will not.
That's right.
Hey Bobby, I will not. So Bobby, you have Felicia Dunn. She has Glam Factory. You have Dr. Maya. She is Accentuate Me Boutique. 1, 2, 3. Bella Curves. Now, that don't sound familiar to you, does it? It wouldn't, because she's out of Detroit. We got Detroit coming.
We got the D coming
The
up,
D.
Augusta.
Listen.
What up, though?
I am so excited about that because, Detroit has their own
They do.
flavor. They have their own style and their own flavor and their own way of doing things.
Right.
And I love it. Her name's Kim as well, so we get along real good.
Uh-oh.
And then we have Livy Ray, Lingerie, out of Atlanta. And she asked me, she said, Kim, what would you like me to do for my segment? And I said, ooh, make it nasty. Make it nasty.
Make it nasty.
Make it nasty. I want thick women to feel confident and beautiful and know that there's stuff out there like that for you.
Right.
And you don't have to be like pulling and tugging. It's there for you. It's made just the way you are.
Right.
And so we have our mental health panel. That's Natalie Bryant. And Tequila Moore is going to be on that panel talking about don't crash out.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what is that going to be targeting?
That's going to be targeting regulating your emotions and not crashing out. Learning how to step back and take a beat before you do something that will definitely affect your life.
Right.
A lot of that's been going on, and in the social media era, where we're recording everything.
Yeah.
People feel like they have to. Oh, they got me. They got me on Facebook. They got me on Facebook Live. Now I got to beat you down.
Right.
I have no choice.
Right.
Because I can't be looking crazy in the streets.
Yep.
Yeah, but when you get locked up, then what?
People still gonna be scrolling.
Ain't nobody think about you.
Right. People still gonna be scrolling.
Ain't none of these people gonna be putting no money on your books.
Right.
And so it's just more about taking a step back and learning how to regulate your emotions and just getting yourself together. Take a beat. Just relax. Just chill.
Right.
Because everything doesn't require reaction.
Yeah.
But it seems like nowadays, the kid shot one kid, 16-year-old killed like those type of things.
Yeah.
Those are knee-jerk reactions to something. You feel like you have to react for a certain reason. And so we're just trying to get everybody just to, hey, take a pause. Mental health is important. I'm always going to have mental health in anything I'm doing. Yeah. So mental health. And then we have, she has her own, which is our business panel. And we're going to be talking about more than EINs and LLCs.
Come on now.
I'm so tired of that.
Right, yeah. People think that's the end all be all. Won't you have that? Nah.
No.
Absolutely
You got to
not.
know how to swim in that water. And you got to know how to pivot when it ain't right.
Yep.
You got to learn how to renew yourself and make things over. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to know how to partnerships. You got to know I'm by myself. I don't need nobody. No, in business you do.
You do.
You got to collaborate.
You cannot stand alone.
You got to partner and collaborate and get yourself out there. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. Especially when, I closed my business, my brick and mortar in 2020, and I had to figure out what I was going to do next.
Right.
What am I going to do next? And I had to figure that out. So I pivoted into athletic wear, and that born me the opportunity to go to Fashion Week. And then from that, I went to Fashion Week twice. I went to Fashion Week twice. I went to Miami Swim Week. I did Toronto, and then from there, I decided I think I can do my own show. But had I not pivot in 2020, if not COVID, if I'm honest, I'd probably still be on Broad Street.
So I know you mentioned earlier, you had the shop, you shut it down.
Yeah.
And it kind of brings up a point that I've been thinking about lately, even as I go to the mall and different stores.
Right.
What's your thoughts on, online shopping versus brick and mortar? I know it's a struggle now for a brick and mortar business, especially with retail, to survive in today's world.
It is. They have to mark it up. They have to do a very strong markup. If you have people that you're paying, and if you have commercial electricity, that's
Right.
different. A lot of people don't think about, they think when they're going into business and they're going into a brick and mortar, my electric bill at my house ain't nothing but this, and this.
Right.
That's your house, baby.
That's your house.
That's your house. That's residential.
Yep.
There's certain things called commercial, and that's a little bit more. And you have things you have to pay. You have your business licenses that you have to pay at the top of the year. Why do they do that?
Right.
Why do they wait till after Christmas and then say,
Right.
you got to
It's
pay
like,
that?
come on.
Exactly. So those type
Yep.
of things have to be taken care of. If you have a brick and mortar, you're hanging on to your brick and mortar, God bless you, because it is difficult.
Yeah.
You have to always drive business to be able to keep people coming through your door. And your e-commerce has to be strong as well. So the ones that are doing e-commerce, their overhead, if they have a good customer base,
Right.
and if they're good customer base, they have good content, good customer base, great customer service, availability, and they ship fast.
Right.
If they can do all of those things, then they'll be okay.
Because you are competing in the retail space with people who, for a certain price, they could ship it next day.
Amazon,
2 days.
Amazon, no, I don't see anybody that's beating Amazon when it comes to that shit.
They're actually doing same day. I ordered something from there, and it came the same day.
Right, and see, that's the thing that a small business, it's very hard to
Right.
beat that, and that's who small businesses are competing with, these large conglomerates, Amazons, Shein, Fashion Nova, companies like that
Right.
can get you that same dress that they're selling on this rack right here. They're selling it for $25, $30, $40, and they're selling it on their website for $10.99 with free shipping
Yep.
and next day service. You cannot beat that. You have to pay your people a wage.
Right.
You have to pay your taxes and all the
other
things.
stuff that comes with it.
All the other things that comes with being in business, and you have to pay all that stuff. So you can't do what they're doing.
Right.
And then they get huge tax breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Major tax breaks.
Yep.
And they don't give that to the small person, the small business.
And I think for your local retailers, they really have to make up what they can do on price with relationships.
Yes.
So, for instance, the business owner calling the customer, hey, I got the suit in. I think you'll love it. I got it on hold for you. Let me know when you can come down, and kind of give them more of that personal,
You have to be
one-to-one,
more
build that rapport. So now you feel like you have somebody looking out for you, and you won't mind spending a little bit more because the relationship is there, the customer service is
Yes.
there. They might throw in a free pair of socks or something if they can, because you can't control the price of. You can't lose on everything that you sell, so you have to try to make it up in other
Very
ways.
much. And loyalty.
Yeah.
You have to be say, hey, customer is like, hey, I'm going to be loyal to this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to support. They have to kind of will and want to support small business and want to be able to say, hey, I know I can get it next day from Amazon, and I know I can get it for probably $15 cheaper. This guy has been down there for X amount of years, and I've been going to him for X amount of years.
Yep.
And I'm going to continue to give him my money.
Right.
But those things are very challenging, because if everything in the prices are if all the prices are raising everywhere else,
Yep.
and then
It's
the
hard to keep
tariffs,
your price. Yeah.
and if you're getting things from overseas and they're talking these tariffs and all this other stuff, that affects the bottom line of the business person. And if you're a small business and you have 2 or 3 employees, you have to kind
Right.
of keep up so that they can, because they're like, I can't work here for no
Right,
more. I
yeah.
can't work here. I can't afford to get these eggs on this. What you
Right.
paying?
Eggs
me?
$12 for a dozen.
Exactly. I'll go buy some chickens.
Right.
Gotta go buy a chicken and put it in the back. But those type of things all come to make the challenges things hard for the small business
Right.
person. And so again, with our panel talking about business, we're going to talk about how to navigate those things, or just learning how to develop relationships.
Yep.
Learning how to develop relationships will be, I didn't learn, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't learn how to develop relationships till probably after I closed the business.
Really?
Because I was too busy working the business.
Yep.
I was in the store.
I know. I used to come down there and see you all the time.
Right. I was in the store.
Yep.
I didn't have time to step out and step away and go to certain things.
And you have to. You have to have
Learning.
that time.
I learned that after all those years of being down there. I learned that after I left that I needed to be able to develop relationships more. I had pretty good relationships because people knew where I was.
Right.
You know, I was a destination store. People knew where I was and what I did. But as far as stepping out of that store and developing relationships so people can be more, hey, you know, we want to bring you on to do this or bring you on to do that.
Right, or feature you in this.
Right.
Yeah.
I had very few of those.
Now, do you see yourself ever opening back up a brick and mortar? Is that a desire of yours, or do you like the online e-commerce?
I'm free.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see myself going back into a brick and mortar.
Okay.
You know, even with the merch that I have now, I drop ship. They can order it, and then somebody makes it and they ship it off.
Right.
I'm free. And it was a sad day when I closed Curvitude.
I can imagine.
I was really distraught.
Yep.
But that next month when I woke up, and I ain't had to pay that.
Right.
This is all right. I think I can handle this.
And I guess it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Right.
You know, I can still get some orders online,
Yeah.
you know. And so once I had to let go, you know, sometimes we have to let go of those things. You want to elevate. Sometimes you want to go and do something different. To do something different, you got to do something different.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to do something different, even though I still go downtown sometimes and I drive past and say, there she was.
Yep.
You know, I did. Yeah, she was right there.
Absolutely.
But I still, in order to be even sitting here talking to you about ThickCon, I had to let go of Curvitude.
Yeah.
I could not have done what I'm doing now if I was still doing that. And that comes with about the business panels, about learning when to pivot, learning when to let go, and knowing when it's time to you know, turn the page.
Right.
You know, this new chapter, that doesn't mean that you're out of business.
Right.
You may be doing a business. You know, you was on the
Absolutely.
radio. Now you're doing podcasting.
Yep.
You're still in communications.
Yep.
Just doing it in a different way.
And the thing is, it's not a failure, it's a stepping stone.
It is.
Because what you did with your brick and mortar, it was a stepping stone. You probably wouldn't have been able to effectively do what you're doing with ThickCon had it not been for you having that brick and mortar.
Right. I probably would not have been able, it wouldn't have been a thought in my mind.
Right.
And so I'm grateful for the opportunity that ThickCon Curvitude gave me, but she's away. She's that chapter's over.
Okay.
But it's interesting how so many people come up to me and say, what I think is crazy, they come up and like, Kim, you remember me? I bought this purple dress about, what year was it? What year was it? I think it was in 20. Oh, did you have the baby yet? No, it was 2014. I bought this purple dress. You remember that dress? Absolutely not.
Is that what you got?
Absolutely not.
No, listen, thank you for your support.
No, thank you.
No, yeah, right. You'd be like, thank you for your support.
Like
I might not remember it, but I thank you.
Literally, they stand there and describe it to me to a T and try to make me remember that purple dress.
Remember, it had the short sleeves, remember? The little slit.
My eyes be glassed over. I'll be like,
right.
and I'll be like, I don't remember
right.
that. I swear I don't.
I don't care how much you describe it.
I swear I don't. And
Listen, at some point, they're going to force you to say, oh, yeah, yep, I remember that
I can't even do that. Not even with a straight face. I can't even do it with a straight face. You talk to me about a dress you bought that one time you came to shop with me in 2014, and I was supposed to remember that purple. Oh, not this purple dress, that purple
one,
dress.
yeah.
Girl, yeah, I remember that. No, I don't. Not unless it's something crazy happened in the store. I had a situation where one guy, he brought his two girlfriends used to shop.
At the same time?
They came to Curvitude. He would bring them in at different times.
Okay, smart man. Big shouts out to you.
One,
Oh, no?
So
okay.
one came by herself, and her debit card for whatever reason wasn't working. She said, I'm gonna go to the ATM up the street. I'll be right back. I said, okay, girl, not a problem. I'll hold it here. And then he comes in with his other girl.
Did you tell him?
I said nothing. I said,
Kim, we just got to talk about that loyalty thing.
I said nothing to him. I text her and said, hey, I'll bring it to you. We getting ready to close. I'll bring it to you.
Look
and
at
she was
you.
like, you gonna bring it to me? I said, yeah, just have the money and go on. I know you gotta go, I'll bring it to you. This way you live at, right? Yeah, I'll just bring it to you. Don't worry about it. I'll deliver it to you because we get ready to close. We gotta close just a little bit early today. I wouldn't lock that door.
Listen, did I tell y'all that Kim is my dog, okay? Kim is my dog.
Listen, but when I looked at him, I was like, He's sitting here, and I usually go along, because he would buy a lot of stuff.
Right.
But then I was like, He said, what? I said, He's looking at me like, what's the I said, just hold on. I said, let's get you in the dressing room,
right,
girl.
Yeah.
How are you girls dressing you? You got Sean to give her all these clothes right here. I told her, I said, girl, He said,
Oh my God.
I said, yeah, fool.
Oh, I love it.
Ain't gonna be no fighting in here.
Right, you ain't messing up my stuff.
But he bought extra that day. I said, yeah, she need this.
Right, yep, she need that, yeah.
And this.
And the matching this.
He was looking at me like, girl, and this. I want it all. He was looking like, all right.
That's funny.
But
I love it.
I've had so many good times with Curvitude, but I'm excited to move forward and just see what ThickCon brings. I'm excited.
And this is an extension of Curvitude.
It is. It's presented by Curvitude.
Absolutely.
It's an extension of her.
Yes.
So one part of her has finished,
Yep.
but then she comes back and she's doing something else. And that is just like me. I don't think I do the same thing. I did 20 years in the military, so I don't want to do too much of the same thing.
Right.
And I just I'm free. I have my husband, my daughter, my kids, and my grandparent now. So I just chilling and doing these things and enjoying what I'm doing.
I love it. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on the pod and chopping it up. We definitely got to have you come back for the second annual.
For the where I'm going next?
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, I've had some Charlotte people come at me.
I love Charlotte.
I've had some Chicago people come at me.
Okay.
I've had some Houston people come at me.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Those are the 3 spots that are in contention right now.
I would probably say Charlotte would be great because you can kind of branch out and everybody from here, they can just make a little drive up there and then you kind of go from there. Am I convincing you? Am I swaying you a little bit? Am I swaying you a little bit?
The location of Charlotte makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense. But Houston, them girls in Houston is serious. They barbecue. Them girls are serious in Houston. That's Beyonce hometown. Don't do me. Don't do
thick. All right, listen. Now, I gotta ask you something before you go. Okay,
Yes.
We talk about thick, and it's a lot of people that claim that they thick. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a size meter for thick? Some chicks are like, oh, I'm slim thick, and then some chicks is like, I'm thick. Is it kind of like, all right, girl, if you think you thick, or is it like, no, we got a different term for you? How do you look at the whole thick term?
So.
Come on, you gotta keep it real.
Okay, I believe thick is a state of mind and a state of being.
Okay, I can dig that.
I have my one of my daughters. She's maybe a size 8. But she thicker than a Snicker. Okay. She thick where it matters.
Okay.
So it doesn't, cause it's not towards the size. Like you have some that are size 4 and size 4. It's where it sits at. It's where it sits that matters.
Listen.
And then Shannon Sharp says you got to be 2 something to do something.
Right, to do something. Yeah, right.
Right. So some people enjoy women that are a little like larger women. Right. But then, it all depends on where it sits. You may have some people that are top light and bottom heavy. Right. And you may have some that are bottom heavy and top light. You may have some that just they got here and here. Some are heavy,
Right.
you know, but some are light, but got thick thighs.
And
So,
thick thighs do matter now.
They
do matter now.
And so, you know, those things really do matter. And I think it's a state of mind. Who am I to tell you that you're not thick? You know, that's not for me to say. If you feel like you thick, I have a lot of people that buy Thick Thighs Matter t-shirts that are size medium. But that doesn't mean they're not thick. Because we don't know what the bottom is.
Exactly.
We
That's
don't know what the bottom is.
Right.
And they made Thick Thighs Matter and they be walking around thunder thigh. We don't know that. We don't know. We won't know until they put the shirt on and be like, yes.
Like, you qualified to wear that. You qualified.
You know, so I think it's just a state of mind. And if you feel it, I've had some people that was like a small and it was like, I'm thick.
And be like, you sure is.
And then they walk in the store or say, I'm thick. Why you don't have nothing in here for me? Why I don't have? Well, baby, you're not.
We just don't have your size thick in right now.
Right.
Okay.
But you do have people that are smaller, but it matters where it sits. So if you feel like you sitting, then come on down to ThickCon.
Listen.
I ain't gonna, we ain't got no scales and no tapes at the door.
Right.
You wanna come
Security
through?
like, no, you gotta turn around. Nope, you don't meet the qualifications.
Yeah, there may be some women in there like, I don't know what you doing here.
Right.
Your conference is elsewhere.
Elsewhere, right.
They get real personal. They take a lot of people take curvitude and what I'm doing really personal.
Absolutely.
So
because
like,
it's something that they can claim as their own.
Right. And they're like, little girl.
Right, yep.
Little girl, your little stuff is somewhere else. This is for us.
Right.
So, but I'm more than anybody can come to ThickCon, buy your ticket, come on. Ain't nobody gonna harass you. We won't allow it.
Right. It won't be no tape measure. You might be slim thick, top heavy, bottom heavy. Right. Thunder thighs, they all welcome.
Right, and a lot of the designers, they do both. A lot of Bobby does both. Glam Factory does both, you know, so it's not just, I'm sure they're probably putting some things down. Bobby is, you know, he bags and stuff, so it's not just that, you know what I mean? It's not just all clothes. And so I guess I wanted to shout out to Lace and Veil. Lace and Veil, she was in the show, but she had to pull out. And so I just wanted to shout her out, you know.
Big shouts out to Lace and Veil.
Because she was the first one. She was the first one to cut me a check.
All right.
When I started looking for designers, she said, "Hey, I like what you're doing. I believe in you." And she didn't give me a deposit.
Really?
She gave me a check. She said, "And here you go. This is for everything that I'm gonna do."
Sewing into you. I love that.
She sold into me.
Now that's support.
That is support.
Support is not, hey, you got some free tickets? I'll come if you got some comp tickets.
Listen,
we need to know the definition of support now.
I put that out there this week. I put that out there. Support is not you coming in through the back door. Support is buy a ticket, be a vendor, be a sponsor. If my 77-year-old auntie that's in Atlanta can come and buy a ticket and come, she my blood.
Right.
That's my mama's sister. That's my blood. If she can buy a ticket.
Who are you? Trying to sneak through the back door.
I got cousins that I grew up with, Pampers together. They bought a ticket.
That's support.
And I didn't make them. Because then my aunt, I would have been like, you want to come? Come on.
Right.
She said, I'm not just going to come on in there. I'm going to buy a ticket.
That's right.
I said, well, okay, auntie, I ain't going to fight you on that. Do need the money.
Don't stop your blessing.
Don't stop it. Come on with it. How many are you buying?
Right. You know? If you're going to buy now, how many could I put you down for?
And I had one of my aunts, she bought 4 tickets.
Wow.
She's coming from Atlanta. They bought 4 tickets. And I said, now they can do it. Which I would have let them in free.
Right, exactly.
Regardless. But if they can do it, what makes you think I'm going to let you come through my door?
Right.
You know, this is a business.
That's right.
You know, even a nonprofit charges.
Exactly. They still need funds to operate.
They still need funds to operate. I didn't get that building for free. I do not have any sponsors. I do not have any major sponsors. Not one major.
For this one.
For this one. Amen. I
for
claim
this
for next one.
Come on
next
now.
one, I'm going to kill it. But I don't have any major sponsors for this one. Everything was kind of like from bootstrap, and we made it happen. So I'm excited.
Listen, I'm looking forward to it. Saturday, September 13th.
At the Columbia County Expo Center.
Columbia County Expo Center, ThickCon 2025.
Yes.
I will most definitely be there. I will see you there, and you got to promise to come back.
Absolutely. Next year, I'll come and let you know where we're going next.
All right, y'all make sure y'all go support my girl. That's going to do it for this episode of Talkin' the Town podcast. We will be back next Wednesday, dropping some more heat. I'll holler at y'all later.